The biggest mistake that I see getting made when people are just starting tier 5 Kuudra is they buy terrible, and I mean terrible, attribute combos on their armor pieces. So, for example, for tier 5 Kuudra, you should not be playing tier 5 Kuudra unless you have Lifeline Mana Pool on your armor. And realistically, you shouldn't be doing it without it on your Molten pieces as well. Again, the Lava Shell is kind of the one, because it's way more expensive than the rest, but all the rest are very reasonable. The reason I'm bringing this up is I see very commonly, there's one that's like a slightly kind of incorrect way of doing it, and then I see one that's just horrible. So starting it off, the slightly incorrect way that I see is some people will buy Lifeline Mana Regen, which, again, to be fair, is not that bad by itself. You're just losing a little bit of your kind of total mana that you can drain at once, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I still would not recommend it, but it's not the worst mistake to have made. The big mistake that I see that I honestly find really, really funny is some people, when buying Terror, buy Lifeline Dominance. Let me say that again. Lifeline Dominance. So, just a reminder, if we take a look at Lifeline, when under 20% of your max HP, your damage and defense increase by 2.5% per level, up to 25%. Okay? Simple enough. Then, if we take a look at Dominance, you gain damage when at full health. Why would you do that? Why would you get both? Don't get both. Don't do it. And don't hit me with the, oh, but I might use it for mini bosses and whatever. It's easier just to lifeline the mini bosses. Any mini boss we're using term, like, especially the Magma Cube boss, it's easier just to lifeline them. So please, I don't know what the current prices are of Lifeline Dom. I'm actually very curious. Let's take a second out of the video here to let me go look at some Terror leggings. Let's just go leggings because usually like the most kind of middle of the road piece. Dominant. What am I looking at? Oh, why? What am I doing? Dominance and Lifeline. So base pants are 700k. Okay, so let's just see. 4 mil. Like obviously it's not bad. Like it's cheap, but don't do it. That still does not mean do it. Again, mana regen is probably more reasonable. Let's take a look. Because if this is expensive, okay, well that's really cheap, but it might even be flippable. Yeah, that's 20 mil. I'm gonna just, again, unrelated to the video, I'll buy these and I'll put it somewhere in the very end here of how much I sold it for. But you don't do it. Again, I'm probably gonna make money now off of somebody who's making these mistakes that they shouldn't. So here's just my PSA. Don't make the mistakes. Just, again, it's worth it just to spend more money and only have to spend money once than spend less in the beginning and then have to spend more later. So, yeah, that's going to do it. Peace out.